First to come. You are welcome. You are welcome to my life. Thanks for stopping by. Tega, you are highly welcome. So I'll be replying your chats with this my other phone since this phone is far away from me. You are highly welcome. So we'll just wait for more persons to join and we shall set the ball rolling. Rolling. How are you all today? How are you doing today? If you are here, I want to see your thumbs up emoji. A second, please. Oh, just want to fix something. Let's wait for others. Let's wait for others to join. Then we shall start. So from the title, things you should know about living abroad. I am not specifying the abroad. Abroad could be abroad could be Algeria for some people. Abroad could be America for some people. Abroad could be UK for some people. Abroad could be Canada for some people. So I didn't specify the abroad. Anywhere you can travel to stay is abroad. Yeah, Tiger is here to come and hear gist. Dr. Taba, thanks for joining. I shall come back to your video. But for now, so abroad is anywhere away from your home. Doesn't matter. Abroad could be Nigeria. So I know most my village is abroad. So yes, my country is abroad. Anywhere is abroad. So don't when people hear abroad, they just think it's where the white people live that is abroad. No, it's a misconception. In fact, I used to think about it. I used to think uh, where Oyibo people are, where white people are, is only abroad. Nigeria cannot be my abroad. Doctor, Nigeria is your abroad, a place away from, or if Nigeria is not your abroad, Nigeria is some people's abroad. Take it or leave it. I know you want to shake table, but me, I'm not ready to drag the table with you. So Nigeria could be people's abroad. So now we want to just talk about like Tega now. It is some people's abroad, but no, exactly what I just said. Nigeria could be. It's but why won't it be abroad for you? Okay, anyway, you're in Nigeria, so it may not be your abroad. So Nigeria is some people's abroad. We want to talk about interesting or things you should know about living abroad. So anybody that is coming online and you have anywhere you call abroad, your input will be very uh, welcome. Your input will be very welcome. Would like to know more about your abroad, the good, the bad, the ugly, everything about abroad to create awareness for people that want to go abroad. You can see on my thumbnail, I do not specify any country. I want it to be a general discussion. Yes, we want to jackpot to this place, we want to jackpot to this place. Do we really know the things about that place we are going to? So that is what we are going to be discussing. So Dr. Tabat resides in Saudi Arabia, and I think Tega stays in Togo or Benin. I can't place it. So those are abroad to me. Yes, If I want to go to Ghana, it's abroad to me. So let me not overflog that. So first, interesting fact about living abroad. You know, when you totally leave your home country or where you were born and you go to a place different, especially when you go as an adult, it will take a while to acclimatize. There is no way you can do it that it will not take a while. You must do JJC. Hi Tuli, thanks for joining. Thanks for joining my life. How are you feeling now? I believe you're okay. So like Tuli now, I don't know, she's in one of the African countries. The country where she is staying is abroad. So there should be an interesting thing about that place, be it sweet or unsweet. I don't want to use bad or bitter. So there must be something unique because this video, I want to do it in a way that when people want to travel, they can watch this video later and say, oh, this lady did live and this was what she said about so place. So that is why I'm trying to do this video. Me, I will be saying some things about this my abroad because this is where I reside when I left my home country, and probably the little places I have visited, the nature of people, the nature of work, the way of people life. That's talking about culture, um the food, the way they dress, it's still like, which likes to call it culture, the way they talk, the way the accent, the way they raise children, the way their educational system is, the way, what else can I relate it to? The way they do business. Yeah. So is what I want to really talk about. Is going to be very interactive because I know everybody one way or the other is living abroad. So I will set the ball rolling now. Please, if you are just joining, please like this video. You could probably share it so that it can reach wider audience. Okay. So the first thing I would like to say, hi, the beautiful chick. Thanks for joining. Thanks for joining. I will repeat myself so that you will know what we are really talking about. I'll repeat myself. Now we are 6 persons. I'm talking about the interesting facts about living abroad, things you should know about living abroad. And I said abroad could be anywhere for different persons. Abroad doesn't necessarily mean UK, Australia, Canada, America. No. Abroad could also mean Ghana, Togo, and the rest, depending on what you call abroad. Okay? Excuse me. So, first, the dress code is what I'll talk about here. I'll be relating where I came from and where I came to. All my life, since I was born till maybe before I moved here, I have never worn a winter jacket. I've never worn a winter jacket. I think the highest my parents could get for me when everywhere is cold is like a cardigan. Yes, something thick to hold the weather or to prevent the cold. But that jacket that we now have four, four now, that we just, I don't think I ever wore it before I moved down here. So now I have moved away from my home country and here, I now have to start dressing like them. If I don't leave that the way I used to dress, cold, pneumonia, understand. So that's one interesting fact: the dressing, the dress code, and the fact that the dressing has to change in every four seasons. Yes, it has to change because where I'm coming from, we have 2 seasons, hot or cold, but here we have four, and sometimes we could experience the 4 seasons in a day. So the dress code is one thing that I noticed that is really, really interesting. It's interesting. It's one thing I got to learn. Okay. Then talking about the hand gloves, I don't think I ever had. Maybe the last time I wore hand glove, could it be my wedding? Or maybe I wore it and I didn't know. But here, when it is cold, you will have to wear it. Probably the way I'm dressed now is the way we dress in our home country, because currently the weather is not so hot and the weather is not so cold. Hi Julie, thanks for joining my live. Please join in the discussion anywhere you know as abroad, the interesting things you know about there, be it what people eat, be it what how people speak. Just let me know in the comment section so that it's so that it will be interesting. I don't want to just be the only one talking. So another thing that is interesting here, it may sound somehow, but I have to say it. Everyone is not your friend. It is not everybody that is your friend. Meaning you have to select your friends. Even back in my home country, everybody cannot really be your friends. So coming to a new land, when you are trying to make friends, you make friends with sense, you make friends with wisdom, so you don't get into problems. You know, a lot of people can be sarcastic. What I mean is that you may think they are following you. They are oh they will, you know, some people, oh really, you would think you both of you are in the same page, but you don't know that you are gradually putting yourself into trouble. So I will give you a story of somebody. The person, hi Oyenike, hi Maureen, thanks for joining my life. Please, if you are just joining, kindly like the video. So let me tell you this interesting story of this person. Hi Savik, thanks for joining. Please, later on, you guys should give me your interesting parts of you living abroad. Abroad does not necessarily mean Canada or UK. I didn't specify any country on my thumbnail. So anywhere you know is different from where you are living is abroad. Hope you people are getting me. Yes, I'm doing very fine, Maureen. I'm in the church, but no problem, no problem, Yenike. So let me quickly say this story. The person got a job, hmm? And the job was like, they will test you. They will test you. And I think it's like security check. And the person did not know, and the person missed the opportunity. After doing the basic interview, you know, she has passed this level, this, that. Only for them, it was a set, should I call it a setup? And you know, most white persons, if you are not careful, you know, what I mean is, I'm not saying they are evil, but sometimes the way they reason is different from how we reason. So that is why when you are abroad, you need to be wise. You need to open your eyes. You need to shine your eyes. So they called this my friend to come to so place that somebody will be waiting. When she actually got to the venue, I hope you guys are following the story. When she actually got to the house, she traced it through a map and everything. So she waited. She then called the person she was supposed to meet, and the person answered. She actually heard the person talking. But do you know what? The person had not told her to come in. I don't know if people are getting it. Can be a form of interview. We learn every day. So she was waiting and waiting and waiting. They were trying to test her patience. Hi, Kosi's hair. They were trying to test her patient. So she was calling. Then all of a sudden, she opened the door. She opened the door and she went to sit down. She gave herself a good. Did she sit down? I don't know, but she just entered. Do you know that was how that job? Upon all her begging, I thought this and that. They said no, no, no. And you know what? Even though she had missed the old job interview, the person was still smiling. Oh, you did well, you did well. But the next mail she will get is she didn't. It wasn't successful. So that is why maybe in our home country or where you think is your home, you could do such a thing and it will be overlooked. But they say when you are in Rome, you do as the Romans do. So that was how, hello Julie, that was how she failed it. So I'm trying to tell you the interesting part that when they are doing security check, if they have not told you to come inside, even if it's 1 hour, 2 hours, stay outside. Because what if you enter inside and something gets missing? Even if you are not the thief, but for the very fact that you came in and for the very fact that you came in, sorry, cause were you missing before? So for a very fact that she came into the house without them telling her to come in, she failed it. So that's also another interesting fact. Another one is food, the kind of food. You know what kind of food is mainly organic. Sometimes you can just go to the farm, pluck whatever you want to pluck, fresh from the farm. If you want to eat chicken, if you have chicken, you can just kill it and you go and eat it, everything fresh. But the abroad, me, I'm calling abroad, most times it's not like that. Most times it's processed food, it's thin food. So in a case like this, it is you that will use your wisdom because you know where you are coming from. That's not really what you eat. Although there's need for you to acclimatize, but then anything that you know will be harmful to your health, you need to watch it. So when I came, I was getting tin food, as a new immigrant. And I knew there's no way it will taste like a fresh one. So even if you want to eat canned food, maybe randomly, just maybe once in a while, so you know the kind of sicknesses that go with all this canned food. So those were the things I started noticing. And as for that one, that everybody is not your friend, you will really see that at your place of work. One or two persons have had that uh, experience. Yes, it was when I now realized, yes, the beautiful chick, they do. It was when I later realized that I started cutting down on all those things. So when I go to the supermarket, I go to where they are fresh food, and then I was able to locate um African stores. I could make arrangement with them. I want to so this, so that. So I started cutting down because all those things have um the effect on the body, though you may not notice it immediately, but somehow is affecting the system. And another thing is be eloquent. Another thing, another thing I've noticed, another institution, but don't say because you are in a white man's land you should not talk, you should not say you're right. If anybody tries to bully you, because that word bully is very common here, and that bullying is affecting your mental health, you have the right. Yes, there's always side effects. Mori, you are very right, their mind is always different. Somebody walked up to me and said, ew, let me try, ew, your food is very disgusting. A white person. To me that was rude, very rude. And trust me, excuse me, trust me, I just said that's exactly how I feel about your food. It's also disgusting. She smiled to say it. I also smiled to say my own. Why will you tell me my food is disgusting? Have you tasted my food? Do you know how rich my food is? So don't let, when you're on your right, don't let them bully you. Don't let them bully you because you are abroad. Know your rights, okay? Because I don't know what should bring that kind of talk in the first place. We are not driving food, so why should you tell me my food is disgusting? Another interesting thing that I really want to say, and it's so sad, is our health here. Most people, the way they relocate, most of them borrow money, even though they don't say it. And when they borrow money, they want to see how they can meet up to pay up. And you know what? They start working. There was a day somebody worked, did morning, afternoon. The person fainted. And when the person got up, he didn't even know he fainted. He passed out. Let's give attention to our health. It is somebody that is healthy that can work. It is somebody that is healthy that can eat. They can be your friends while you are colleagues. Once they leave the workplace, exactly, that's the story of my life. You see that friend? In fact, I now select my friends like beans. That thing you said is just it. Beautiful chick, you have said it all. When I first came, wanted to be, you can't even please everybody. The moment I saw that, if and they will just laugh with you now. That's their painful thing. In my mind, I was saying, these people don't have conscience. They will smile with you now, but when you hear what they will say behind you, you will just be like, you will just be afraid. You will just be afraid for your life. But I was able to grab very quickly. Then me too. I started, arranging myself. I started laughing. When it's time to laugh, we just like yee. Then, but you will not know what is in my mind. So that was how we started. So you have to. Everything just requires wisdom. You use wisdom to go about all these things, and that's why most people used to have mental issues here. If you don't know how to really go about it abroad, you will be drying up. You won't get fun. You won't be happy. You will just say that your life is one way. You just say that your life is one way. You understand? So I want to really talk more about this health of a thing. I just saw a story on one of the social media platforms of how a family that relocated to, is it UK? Yes, lost his life. The man had, or he left behind his wife and a daughter. Something similar happened few months ago of a nurse that was driving home. Probably she slept on the stairway and she had an accident and died. So if you look at that woman's story, may her soul rest in peace. I'm not trying to mock anybody. I'm just trying to explain the fact that we need to pay attention to our health. When Moses come relocate abroad, you will see them morning shift, afternoon shift. That's not working hard. That's not working smart. Sorry, that's not working smart to me. That is, you are working too hard, and you will see somebody that will just be relaxed. It's not like when I tell most people I work, they don't believe. They don't believe. I work. But one thing I always say is that I may not be able to do a full-time job. No. The system itself is already stressful. So why would I take a full-time job? And why should I even take a full-time job? People are doing it too. I'm talking for myself. Why should I take a full-time job when I have family to cater for? When I know that if I break down, um, the job will still continue. I made a video one time. I was sick last year. I got chicken pox from my son. And normally, if you have chicken pox, you are supposed to isolate ideally. So I was taking care of my son. In the process, I got it. When I got it, I mailed the office. You understand? And I mailed them, oh, so sorry. So normally I was supposed to isolate for a week. Yeah. I tried to call my GP to get a letter, but they said everybody knows that when you have that, there's no need to get a letter. At least seeing the spot on my body, on my face, I really had the spot on my face that they should know. When salary came in, they didn't pay me for that week. I got so mad. I said, is it my fault that they said no, that's how it's being done here. If you don't work, you don't get paid. I said, but this is not like I decided to stay at home. This is not like it's malaria. This is not like fever that I can still manage. This is me trying to also prevent others from getting it. And now I didn't get paid. They said I shouldn't be too hard on myself, that's the system. That was when I told myself that it is not worth killing myself for. I'll do my job and go. That is why anybody that does not have side hustle now, I don't know what you are waiting for. try to have side also, so that when one way, you understand, you will not just, you will not just be broke. You will not just be broke. You need to get one thing doing. It could be online business, it could be skills. And that's what most people, mistakes most people make. Some people are too abroad oriented, that they don't even have some things on the tips of their finger. Let me tell you, so far handwork has really always have a fallback plan. Exactly, Savik. Some people will just say, I want to travel and job. Okay, when you travel and job doesn't come quickly, even if the job comes, and what will you fall back on? How will you survive? So immediately I saw that my salary, I almost teared up. I just told myself, there's no problem now. Joy has some things on her fingertips, you know. I was still going to work, oh, I'm still working. But I'm just to tell you that you don't have to kill yourself for anything. So going back to that story of that nurse, from what they said it was stress, and I learned maybe she even came to the UK maybe January this year, and now God may her soul rest in peace. So the stress is not worth it. Now, one thing I used to ask people, if the way most people that used to come to this abroad work, if the way they work, that is how the white people work. They work tooth and nail, morning after evening. Are we going to get work to do? Like if the whites are so, yes, multiple sources of income. Like if the white people really work morning, afternoon, evening, morning, there won't be job for we that are coming in. I don't know if you people are thinking about it. So why do we want to just keep working and working? Okay, some people want to send money home, some people want to build mansions, some people want to do this. At the end of the day, the Bible said all these things are vanity. I'm not saying you should not invest, but let your health be number one, because health is wealth. I really said I would talk about this thing. Another day, I woke up. It was as if some my joints was broken. It wasn't like that before I slept. I could barely get up from the bed. I tried. I just picked my phone. I sent a text message to my boss that, see, I can barely get up from my bed. I feel so sad. I feel so this, I feel so that. And it's also because we are known to be up and the Africans don't like to disappoint. They don't like to disappoint, but at the end of the day, they will, like say, eye service. They most of them are falling into depression. These people, because they are trying to meet up. Who are you trying to please? Who are you trying to please? Okay, now those people that are dead now, who are they still going to make money in their graveyard? No. Stress kills. The way stress kills, the person will even know that he or she is dying. The money looks enticing compared to where we are coming from, and that's why we are missing it. You need to see where some people will be discussing, I want to pick shift, and I have shift. Okay, this is my calendar, I'll be picking shift. I'll be like, when do you guys even rest? Because sometimes it's like it's not even in the same abroad that me I am, because I don't know, it's like me, I'm outside abroad. But when I see my mates, but I'll still tell myself, I'm working, am I not working? I will still console myself. So that day, I woke up and my dreams, I just picked my phone, sent a text message, and you know. So later, my boss responded that, okay, try to take care of yourself, this and that. So immediately I got that message, I just, my mind became very free. I slept. Guys, let me tell you something. I didn't take medication. I said, let me see how the body will adjust. Let me just try and rest. Lo and behold, when I slept, and woke up, I was okay. I was the one that even got to my place of work first the following day. So you see why rest is important. And there's a way God created this body. When your body wants to break down, it will be giving you signs. But sometimes we don't just pay attention to our health. We just feel, if I don't make this money now, the money can never come. Is a bad misconception. Too much of everything is very bad. Some people will work and work and work, they'll be looking haggard, and you are making all the money. Okay, of what use is it? You work, half of the money goes to you spend them you spend half of the money buying medication. Is that not penny wise, pound foolish? So um try to work smart and not hard. I noticed that the way the system here is, it could just be boring in the sense that by the time you count 365 days in a year, you just see that you have worked like say 280 something days. You did not give yourself recreation, you did not give yourself time, you did not, if you are not a family person, you just see that your family is not together. Yes, yeah, because if you shut down, that's it. You just see that your son is going this way. No attention, no time to read together, no time to gather the children, let's do homework, no time. Mother is hustling, dad is hustling. If the two people's schedule clashes, they are looking for nanny that will hold the children. Abba, forgetting that even in the Bible, the first thing God created was family. Even before work, it was God family. So by the end of the day, at the end of the day, by the time you leave this world, how will you? What impact will you? What will your kids remember you for? I'm not saying you should not be a working class, but work with wisdom. Thank you, Tuli. Please remember to like and share. So we have to be very sensitive about this abroad of a thing. Some people are just like desperado. Meanwhile, some people will just be in the comfort of their house. Have you wondered how the white people live here? Most times, the maximum number of cars they have is two. Maximum. Most times is one. Most times it's just one. You acquire this, you acquire this. That is why we try to work. They don't think like that. Money. They don't. That's why sometimes they laugh at some of the blacks. Hey, they just be like, oh, how many hours are you doing this week? 48 hours. Oh my goodness. In their mind, they'll say, oh, no, that one is a no-go area. Yes, always balance priorities. Everything is not money. Sometimes the people that are even earning little, they look more presentable than you that is working morning, afternoon, evening, morning, afternoon, evening. Some people that call themselves, oh, I do this, I no way. So you have to just do things with wisdom here. Sometimes I feel ashamed of some of my folks. I'll just be like, hey, why will people do this? Why will people do that? They are laughing at all, but then they will tell you, are you the one that will pay my bills? And you know, some are ready to attack you. Are you the one that they are beg, let me do my work? So look at the story of this man that just died within last week. Came back from work, complaining of headache. He took paracetamol. Here in the UK, may his soul rest in peace. So here in the UK, took paracetamol. Before you know it, maybe he slumped or something. He was rushed to the hospital. When they did scan, they noticed he had brain hemorrhage. He had brain hemorrhage. He was bleeding in the brain, and they said that was probably caused as a result of stress. So before they carry out operation and everything, he never woke up. So sad, leaving behind the wife and the daughter. Why all the stress? Why? Even if you want to pick shifts, maybe 3 shifts, then have the remaining day. Some morning shift today, shift tomorrow, and most of these shifts that people do at night, just like that. To Julie, just like it's just I don't like saying those things on my channel, but I need to just be saying it to create awareness. Abroad is struggle. I'm not saying people are not enjoying this abroad. If you plan yourself well, oh my goodness, abroad is sweet. But if you don't plan it well, you will just be hustling. So sad. I saw the story today on TikTok. Oh my god, I was just like that. Happy family. Now I learned the wife is the student. So he is the one working, doing 40 hours, maybe to probably pay the wife's school fees or something, and now he's no more. This life, there's no spell, it doesn't have any spell. So use it well. Use it well. That is why most times when I am feeling stressed, if I don't sleep, if it's not sleep, I go for a walk. I leave everything related to business for that moment. I just pack up so that your head can think of something different. Stress is very, very bad. It's worse than malaria. Stress is very, very bad. The another thing, interesting fact about this place is that I'm living here, so I will talk more about this place. The water they have here is either burning or freezing. I don't know if you understand. If the water is not burning, like bringing smoke, then it is freezing. There is no middle. There's no middle. You know where I'm coming from. You can be adjusting the tap. Oh, it's too hot. You take it like this. No, it's not like that here. When the water is hot, you want to take it to cold. Before you know it, cold water will be coming out. I don't know if anybody has ever heard of it before. It's either burning or freezing. So where I work, my chef was trying to tell all these technicians that see that the water is, we can't even wash plates. Maybe you want to wash dishes. This is how we'll be removing our hand. It will be smoking. Then the moment you want to take it to cold, oh my god, it's too cold. You understand? So the technician was like, unfortunately, there's really nothing he can do about it. So that's also another interesting fact about this abroad. So in the comment section, let me also know an interesting fact about any abroad you know. It could be Africa. What you think is common to that place abroad, and that you are just trying to get used to, or you don't agree with, or you are trying to know something, like, you get my point. So just let me know in the comment section. Another thing here, the interesting fact about living abroad is that when you enter the bus, you will greet your driver. You will greet your driver when paying your bus for your bus ticket. When you are coming down, you also pay. You also greet. Where I'm coming from, maybe 1 in 100 persons. Oh, I beg, I want to do and go. So when I saw it, there are some things I just like to learn. It's a good idea. Oh, hi, thank you. Or they don't really say thank you. Yeah, cheers. We just do and go. That's also another interesting thing I have seen here. In Minnesota, everyone is nice, but fake nice. It's almost like that here, Julie. You will think they care so much about you. Thanks, this thing has brought this idea to me. Don't reveal too much of yourself to people here. Don't think they know so much, that they care so much. You now come and tell them, my family, my father used to do this one. Hey, you will go and hear it somewhere. Don't reveal too much of yourself. Just be professional. Just, hi, who's your night? Oh, okay, that's all. Don't go too deep. Sometimes they may want to know what is going on, and they will not be using that to assess you. Oh, that one, she's from a poor home. Well, this, that. So people don't really care generally. In fact, in our world today, the people that show care, they are very small. So that is why live your life well. We don't greet here. Yes, Maureen, that's why I'm saying it. That I don't want to mention the over where I'm coming from. We don't really greet, but here it's not hard. Cheers, hi. Well, it's not even all the whites that greet you. It's just a particular. I stay in Scotland, so most Scottish people greet, but I think most British people, they just, in fact, they say greeting as, they say na fight with the fight. So they say greeting as you are wasting their time. And then the another thing is the way you address them. Call them by their names. I found that thing very difficult because where I'm coming from, Uncle, let me use Peter, Uncle Peter, and Uncle brother Paul. This, yeah, even if the person is 85 years, even if the person is 100 years, you address them by their name. Somehow I found it very disrespectful. How can I be calling this elderly person? And they don't use sir. Good afternoon, sir. They don't even say good afternoon. It's rare. Hi, or morning. Because if you go and greet good morning, you don't know if the person had a good morning or the person is having a bad morning. So you could be insulting them indirectly. That would be super awkward. Yes, it's culture shock. Unique. Just I didn't want to title it unique. I didn't want to title it culture shock. It's just my personal experience because I want to have good memories of my living here. So Africans are respect at 5 and 6, yes, but then they can still be respecting you. But if they want to deal with you in Africa, they will say, brother Paul, you are very, very. I don't want to use that word. Brother Paul, you are very, very this. So you will still respect somebody and still put it. But here they don't do all those brother, uncle. They are okay. Just call them by their names. And I feel they even find it disrespectful trying to add Mr. this, Mr. that. Culture shock is everywhere. So let me know your own culture shock in the comment section. Savik, in Kenya, what is the culture shock here? Okay, you traveled from Kenya to Nigeria. What is that thing that shocked you as a Kenyan in Nigeria for the few months or few days you spent? Everybody should have one culture shock or the other. You should have it. Me, I have a lot. Then another one is the people here, they hardly travel. It is we who want to travel to this place. I will tell you a story. My neighbor, she's a Scottish, and she called me one day. She said she has never been to London before. London is just about 1 hour plus by flight, maybe 1 hour 20 minutes or 1 hour 10 minutes. Then, if you want to go by bus, I think it's 7 hours. If you want to go by food, is different. Yeah, that's a very common one. Then, if you want to go by train, it's 7. And this lady is older than me. She's far older than me. So I'm not like, how can you be in the UK and you've not been to London? He said she's comfortable where she is. I just kept quiet. Truly, if you are comfortable in a place, why should you be going elsewhere trying to find greener pastures? Maureen said our respect is not from the heart, but not everybody. Not everybody do. Some of us, the respect is from our hearts. Not everybody do. But I know where you are coming from, but I get you. Don't mind me. So they are really comfortable. Everyone I meet, then everyone I meet feels like I have come to take their jobs. So there are a lot of resistance. Savik, it's not only you. It's not only you. I will experience it here too. That when you come, they'll be like, this one has come. Meanwhile, some of us, some of their siblings have not gotten job. You are very correct. That's one culture shock most people don't really talk about. They feel you want to come and take their place. They feel you want to come and take what does not belong to you. She did not want to see the queen. Probably, or she has been seeing the queen through pictures. They usually have these pictures everywhere. So me, I'm like, which day did I come here? Me, I've gone to London twice. She said she has not been there. So she was not trying to plan a trip to that place. So people here are just comfortable. They don't want too much. Some of them don't have houses and they are okay. As long as they can afford their house rent, they are fine. They are doing well. They are doing. In fact, you see, freestyle life. They could just go to the field or to the park. They will just spread wrapper on the field. They will just relax. Some will carry small radio. They just be playing music. They just free lifestyle. But when you're not imagining where I'm coming from, you now have somebody that wants to send money to parents, that wants to build mansion, not just building house, mansion, that want to do this, that want to do that. Hey! Sometimes there are some of their cultures I want to really adopt. That when I see it, I like to imbibe those cultures. Why some? I don't just want to. But there are some things. You see that free lifestyle, not letting things bother them. Although some of them too are going through depression. No friend to talk to, just on their own. Some of them are like that. I will tell you a story of a lady I heard that died, and they didn't know she died till after a year. Why? She was always staying alone here. Good governance, yes. Good governance is top notch. It's top notch here. They don't like, some of them don't like to mingle, don't like to mingle at all. They don't like it. So this person was staying all alone, and when she died, nobody knew. People, here they love giving letters. Before you know it, they cheating letters, different letters every time. So they were all bringing letters, and people sending letters they were not getting feedback. Normally, if we are to pay for utility bills, we'll get letter. Okay, oh, this is what we are owing. Okay, we'll pay. But they were bringing this. So it was like she had owed so much. Yes, now she will decay now. She owed so much that one day, one of, I don't know, the person that came to the villa said they must open this door. Every time they keep bringing letter and this and that, nobody is in. When they opened the door, she had long, left. So in this place, the kind of life they live here, sometimes you need to mingle, select your friends, so it's nice ones, so that when you are in trouble, or when you are sick, when you need help, you can quickly call on one or two. The first time I came, when I was still trying to adjust the weather, I felt ill. I just called one of my Nigerian friends. She lives like 2 blocks away. I said, please, I'm not feeling fine. This and that. She said, can you try to come? I said, yeah. So she gave me some. When I took it, after a while, I became fine. Just assume I didn't have. To get up will have been an issue. To do some things like, so just make friends with like few persons, not too much, because some of those friends, if they are too much, they will put you into trouble. Just people that you can call in time of trouble, and you too, you also be a good friend to them when they are also in time of trouble. Like there was a day, I was running late to go pick my kids. I was in town. Hey, I checked the time, and if you don't pick your children early, you go and explain yourself, and I didn't want it. So when I saw I was running late, I just called. I said, please, can you help me pick my kids? I'm running late. So those kind of friends are the kind of friends you should mingle. So that's also another interesting thing you should do here when you are away from your home. The systems in Europe work. You can't compare to, yeah, so the system here work. Sometimes I just imagine how government can just arrange a whole place, like everything organized, everything organized. Me that it takes me ages to mingle like this. Yes, you can just select one or two, maybe in your church. That's also another good place you can mingle. Just select one or two places. Dr. Tabat is back. Dr. Tabat lives in Saudi Arabia. He's a doctor. So, oh, welcome back. How was work? So I also told him he came earlier before, but his video premiered, so he had to leave. So he's going to also mention some of the some of the shocks, culture shocks, the interesting facts about Saudi Arabia. And for those that are interested in moving there, it can also put you through. Saudi Arabia, they love those in the health line, mainly in the health line. So, Dr. Tabat, I want to see the interesting thing or you can say about your own abroad, because to you too, you are abroad. So let us know, so that when people watch this live later, they will be able to, learn some things about some countries. Me, I'm talking about mine. So anybody that is thinking of coming to Scotland or UK, you say, oh, it's true. This is this, that. They used to do that. The other thing here is they hardly greet hi, hi. They greet aya. How did I get to know? When I greet hi, they won't answer me. Just very few persons. I didn't know that they are own, because they speak Scottish. Some of them, they mix it with English. Hiya, hiya. So I used to greet this my neighbor. Hi. She would just, the response was not always good. So one day I just greeted hiya, hiya. She was just like this and that. And I was okay. So everybody, hiya, I greeted both blacks. But it's not, there's nobody teasing you. It's the way we greet here. Hiya, hiya, hiya. It means hi. You know. He's a YouTuber. Dr. Tabat is a YouTuber, a strong YouTuber that also gives tips, health related stuffs, and he does reactions to videos. You guys can check him out via his profile pics. He's one person that motivates. He's good at encouraging. When I had chicken pox that last year, being a doctor, it was him I told. I sent him the picture. But people may not see the spot again. I was able to get rid of it with something. If you want to know what I use, you won't even know I had it. All these ones you are seeing is pimples. So it was also you for chop chicken soup. You see, this is how doctor talk. So they have chicken soup here. The day I ate it, I can't count how many times I went to the toilet. That's what we are saying. Some of their food doesn't go well with my system. I start to be corrected, but it's just my own culture shock. When I take it, it doesn't, like cheese. I react to cheese very well. I've tried to do that cheese. If I just take it like this, initially I didn't know I was allergic to it. I ate it when I just came in. My husband made it for me because my husband came here before us. I first of all ate it. I thought maybe it was my stomach. Then one day I said, let me just prepare it again. Then the third time, then I concluded. I said, no way. I am here. The gist are so what? Wrong. You will carry pepper. You carry pepper banjo. It is a my own pepper because they are what they call chili. You can chew it. So many things, many things. The food is not my kind of. Me, I like my African food. If you check my channel, you will see where I was making pounded yam, real pounded yam. All those draw soup is what I eat for a living. Just once in a while, the pepper here showed me stars. Wait, Savik, is it the pepper in Nigeria or our pepper hot too? Dr. Taba, is it pepper in Saudi Arabia? Please tell us. So, is it the pepper in Saudi Arabia? Because the pepper here, the one they call pepper flakes, is jagger. We used to put it on salad. Where I work, we put it in salad and eat. We eat pepper and nothing will happen. Saudi pepper na the same o. Is it the same with Naija pepper or the same with our pepper here? Because the pepper here, where I get correct pepper is African store. We have to also really hot pepper somewhere. Oh, that's so sad. Imagine we black that. How to really eat well is when there's pepper in the food. When there's enough pepper in the food, when you eat it, when you drink water, you'll be sweating. And pepper is medicinal. I don't know if most of you know. Pepper is very medicinal. When you take pepper, it helps to burn some fats. I know I'm not in the health line. Doctor, I start to be corrected though. I don't want to go and miss here. Pepper helps to. I don't like pepper. So I am very okay. I like pepper, and it all depends. It all depends. If I'm taking pepper soup, it has to be peppery. That's why it's called pepper soup. So the whole pepper here, Yoruba pepper is the real deal. Yeah, so all those Yoruba pepper, I was born and brought up in Lagos. In Lagos, Omole. I don't know if people know Omole Ojoju. That was where I grew up. When we make soup like this, your nose to be running to different directions. That is when you'll be seeing people will do, that's when you know that the food has entered. Sometimes when you eat food that doesn't have pepper, you start having nausea. I don't know if it's only me. I'll feel like throwing up. That's why I'll be looking for something like bitter cola to chew. I carry my own chili sauce to Chinese restaurants. That's it. That's where to go. Yes, anything that will make you good, just carry it. There are pepper flakes here. I just use it to design the food. It's not like it really gives me that pepper. So many things that yes is their own way and this our own way. Is this some terminologies? Do you know they don't call sweater here or cardigan? If you just call sweater, you are just on your own. Yes, the beautiful chicken. I know now when you are doing your salad. I know you very. In fact, 90. Let me not say 90. 80% of Nigerians like pepper. 80. But here, what they call pepper is not pepper. They have soup, so they have soups here. There are soup. They very many carrot soup, lentil soup, coriander, carrot coriander, broccoli. They have soup. The one they call pepper soup is not even pepper to me. Yes, yes. So if it's a short gown, we call it short gown. If it's long, long gown. It's true. You are right. You are right. You are right. So you have experienced so many things in Nigeria. Julie, but it's true. I want to go and wear my gown. Just few persons call it dress. Just few persons. So, but here they don't call sweater. They don't call it cardigan. They call it jumper. When you are hearing jumper, then you know they are talking about cardigan. Then when they don't say thank you, they say cheers. All right, cheers. Yeah. So I have to just when you're in a room now, then they don't call. When we feel like we say we are pressed. We are pressed. Here they will tell you they are bossing. I'll be bossing. Because it's my children that used to bring those technologies to the house. And I'll be like, where did you hear this one again? But sometimes I don't blame them. I try to ask them, is that what you call it? And they'll say yes, okay. Because me, I have not always known it like that. So they are the ones bringing some English to the house. Many things that I used to know, it's not so I have to start using their terminologies. They don't, and again, they hardly cook here. White people hardly cook. Maybe in a whole day, they could just cook once. What they do is more of toasting. They will toast, they will bake, this, that. Then they may not even cook for a whole day, they will go and eat out. But just when we came, morning, afternoon, evening, morning, afternoon, evening. So most white people don't cook. Most, maybe in 7 days, they only cook twice. Una dey enjoy for UK. How? Dr. Tabat, how? How are we enjoying the UK? We get African shops now. Once I come out of my house now, what I come out of my house, there's a street they call George Street. On that George Street alone, I can count 1, 2, 3. I can count 4 African stores. 4. And when you're inside the African store, do you still cook out? I cook, oh. Hey, I cook. Morning, afternoon, evening. I used to do food vlog on this channel, but somehow I reduced it. I cook because sometimes I use it for biz, you understand? I cook very well because when the moment I stopped all those their inorganic food, I had to start eating my food. Though it costs more, 3 times daily. How? I cook. Okay, you are trying to reply her. Even Dr. Taba knows now. When you see me in the kitchen, yes, I will remove wig. I will just wear normal cap. It's another joy you'll be seeing. So African store is here. When I'm coming out of one, yam, everything is. When you enter there, you think you are in Nigeria. You think you are at home. You'll be seeing Oporoko and the rest. You just feel at home. And anything you cannot buy. The day I saw bitter cola, I bought everything. I said, oh, you guys sell bitter cola here? I said, I like having it at home. Sometimes I just feel I've taken too much sugary things and say, God bless you, man. Please come, Maureen. You can just leave cooking as an African. You can't just, yeah, so you can't leave cooking. You can't leave cooking except I just want to be lazy. Maybe I just want to be lazy, but then I still have to cook. But because I'm already here, I try to still eat some of their food, such as chips, fries. That one, we used to have that in Nigeria, so that one is not a problem. Maybe I just want to snack on something. I can just make fries for the kids. Maybe depending on when I make soup, we'll just use that one to sustain ourselves. I cook very well. That is why I cannot take a full-time job, because I need time for all those things. I need to cook. I need to go to the market. I need to buy rice. And another thing that shocked me, that will shock you guys now, they don't wash chicken. The day I saw it, they don't wash rice when they want to cook rice. That one, I almost puked. When you buy frozen chicken now, you want to rinse it, and is they would ask once they defrost it to the pot. I said, so you people don't wash chicken? They don't wash. That was why I started telling myself that I won't be eating out again. Hey, they don't wash. They Savik, this thing brought arguments. I said chicken has to be washed because you don't know the environment with which they said no, that they don't wash chicken. What's your reason? They said when you wash the chicken, it will bring out germs called um what's that thing in egg? Is it salmonella something? That if you wash the chicken, that the thing will spread in the sink, and if you don't wash the sink properly, and infection can. I said, let it enter the sink. I will wash the sink. I said, so are you kidding me? That they say they don't wash chicken. Then the other day, I just saw somebody buying rice and boiling it. I said, you don't wash rice too? Not even once. He said, no, they don't wash rice. Another thing is they don't wash onions. Shey is shocking you, Abi? They don't wash onions. Especially frozen chicken, it has. They don't wash it, Julie. I am as shocked as you. Immediately I heard it, I wanted to vomit so that all the ones that I've eaten will come. They don't wash chicken, no. And they even explain because I wanted to know why are so they said because they don't want to spread salmonella. Salmonella or salmon. Doctor, please help me with the spelling. Salmonella, I don't know. That's what they said though. They don't wash onions. When you peel onions, when I peel onions, I feel the body is dirty. I beg, how often do they wash them? Good question. Most of them too don't bathe. Most of them too don't bathe. So that's the culture shock. Once some of them wake up, they will just pray. So that's the system. And some of us too are adopting it. They will just pray, spray, spray. How can you peel onion and you will not rinse it? They will tell you that the body is already covering it. So, but when you are peeling it, there's every tendency that you have heard of salmonella when in biology. Yeah, yes, that was what they said, that if you rinse it, the salmonella will spread, and if you don't wash the place very well, it can cause a outbreak of infection. I said, then I will now wash it. Instead, I will wash it. So they don't wash onions. Just very few. All this thing I'm saying, though some of them may know, some may be opposites, but I'm telling you what I've heard and some of the things I've seen. So they hardly wash chicken, they hardly wash rice, they hardly, do all those things. So tell me why I will not stay put to my organic food. Another thing here is they hardly chew bones. Where I'm coming from, when I was young, I will chew bone, keep it. I will sleep with it. Then come back, continue from where I stopped. And if you see, most people from Africa have strong teeth. Before you will see salmonella, thank you for the spelling. I'm not in the health line, and I don't think I want to be in the health line anytime soon. So when I'm talking anything related to health, I'm very careful. Why are you laughing, Thuli? So most of these people don't chew bones. They don't crack bones. And that is why most of them are always carrying artificial teeth. Most of them. That's when you see them, you see fine dentition. No, it's not natural. Most of them, they could just bring it out sometimes. When I told a colleague of mine that I have not been to the dentist since I was born, she was angry that you should be going for checkup. I said, this is not when I have issues with my teeth. But then she was trying to, with the way I love chewing, chewing bones. Anytime I go to African store and they say boneless, most time you see boneless meat. I used to tell them I want the one with bones. Give me the one with bones, even if it's hard. Let me just suck that marrow. All those things, you don't know how good they are. You see these teeth, it can break rock of ages, because I've been grooming it with bones. So when I told this person that I have not been to, it's not when you have issues that you go and do check. I said I've not. He said, you mean you've not been to the dentist before? I said I've not been now. He said, but Just go. I said, okay, I will go. I'll just go and just do checkup. But I have not been. We better, let me read it here. We with better, I'm trying to get a bone sweet memory. Yes, so I was brought up to do dentist visit every 6 months, and it's yes, that was what I. So I did to look as if I said, okay, it's not that I'm trying to call my NHS system. All of us will go and do dental, whatever, maybe okay. But say me going, it's not actually it's not really our way in Africa. It's not really our way to always go to dentists because we have good set of teeth. Before you know it, you see their teeth, they are already taking artificial, wearing artificial teeth. So many culture shocks. But the beautiful chick, do you actually go every 6 months? It's worth it too. I'm not trying to discourage. I'm not saying, in fact, that's why I said there are some things I've learned to adopt. Then there are some things definitely I'm not going to learn it anytime soon. You can't force me. But when the music, but just go, just go. They shock plenty, oh. The shock sef dey shock me. E dey shock me. So many things they will tell you they don't do that. And when you are doing it, it looks weird to them. They are diets. Her teeth are so perfect. Yes, yes, yes. I've always had a brown teeth, but it's not that bad. And my dentition is not that bad. I used to chew bones very well. So another culture shock is the fact that everybody mind their business here. They mind their business. If they don't talk to you, don't talk. Don't go and be doing as if you want to make friends by force. If they want you, teeth aren't actually meant to be white. Yes, doctor, but if you see some people's teeth, it's golden color. Me, I have brown teeth. I have brown teeth. See, this is white now. If I open my teeth, it's not as white as this. But some people's own, I think, is more of dirt, debris, everything. Well, doctor, you know better. I'm not in that line, so you know better. Na just of you know better. I know. So here, mind your business. Just mind your business. If they don't call you, don't. If they don't call you to a matter, it is here I see that when people are fighting, nobody goes inside and separate. Not once. Not they used to fight here. It's not a good fight. Oh. Go away. Get out. That's kind of fight is where you just see people walking. Where I'm coming from, we'll go and stand and I want to watch movie. No, they don't do that here. Everybody mind your business. You don't marry. You don't need white teeth. Uh-huh. What if it's dirt that is making my teeth to be brown? It's not my own married doctor. It's oral hygiene. So if they say someone that is born with a silver spoon still needs to aspire to get the golden spoon. So very soon we shall be ending this life, and I know it has been interesting so far. And I know people have been seeing the shock. Last 2 days ago, I showed you some areas here. Today, I'm talking about culture shock. So even while you are in your own abroad, without coming here itself, you are already started, knowing things about this place. So here, people mind their business. Sometimes you don't get to know your neighbors. I don't know some of my neighbors, except the one that is opposite me. And that's because, yes, our kids attend the same school. Everybody mind your business. So because of that, try to stay out of trouble, because if anything happens to you, you're on your own. Don't go and make trouble, so that trouble will not come and meet you. So thanks so much for watching, guys. If you have stayed tuned to this time, if you have not liked this video yet, kindly like the video, share this video. Sorry, I wish I could contribute more. Doctor, there are better days ahead. In fact, we are recruiting you. So like this video, like it if you have not liked it yet, share this video. There are a lot of culture shocks abroad, and I'll keep bringing more. Thanks so much, and bye. Let me see your bye emoji, guys. Bye. Bye. Thanks for joining. Bye. The beautiful chick. Bye. Bye.